All right, changing your mind. Man, I'm not talking about what you think I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going car shopping. Well, I think I want that one right there. Yep, I want that one. No, wait a minute. I want the other one. The first one not the first one. The third one we looked at. That's the one I want. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about changing your mind about what color dress you want to wear. I'm not talking about changing your mind whether you want a beard or no beard. I am talking about changing your mind. People tell me all the time, well, that's just the way God made me. I'm like that. People tell me all the time, I do this one too. Well, I don't like that. I don't like the way they behave. I don't like the fact that I do this. Did you know that you can change your mind? Sure. When you give a 3-year-old a toothbrush and tell them they got to brush their teeth 3 times a day, most 3-year-olds will say, hey, this is fun, this is cool, mommy showed me how, and she's going to help me because I'm going to screw it up every day. But this is fun. After a little while, it doesn't become fun. And they stop doing it. Until mommy says, I'm going to check up on you. You better start doing it all the time. And a young person can say, well, mom's going to do it. She's trying to make it fun. She got me a cute little toothbrush. She got me this colored toothpaste. And she stands behind me and sings this cool song. I'm going to do this. I'm going to enjoy this time. A 10-year-old boy. He's fun to tease at a family get-together, at church. Church. You want to really tease a 10-year-old boy? Most of them. Hey, little Johnny. Are you getting sweet on little Debbie Sue? Yuck! 3-4 years later, little Johnny, are you getting sweet on little Debbie Sue? Blushes beat red, doesn't say a word. 2 years later, little Johnny says, Debbie Sue mine, I want her. She's my best friend. She's the girl I want to spend the rest of my life. He's only 16 years old. What does he know? He changed his mind somewhere there. An adult man, 23 years old, just getting out of the army, says, I want to go to college, in a Bible college, and become a minister. Yeah. 1 year later, he says, I don't know what I want to be. I don't think I belong in the ministry. Still love God, I still love the church, I still want to support the people, but I just don't think I belong as a minister. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he takes a job in a box making company, manufacturing boxes, cardboard boxes. Works there 3 years and then says, you know, I've been going to school part-time and I don't know what I really want to do, but I think I want to go into computers. This man is now 27 years old. He goes to school, a trade school, and becomes a computer programmer. And at 28 years old, he finally starts a new profession. And I loved every minute of that profession. Yeah, that was my story. Listen, children are always asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know what I tell them? When old people ask you what you want to be when you grow up, just tell them doctor, nurse, fireman, police officer. Tell them something like that. It makes them feel good. Minister makes them feel good, depending on the family. I tell them, just give them a trite answer. Who cares? Until you're an adult. I mean, if you go straight from high school to college, you probably don't really have an idea of what you want to be. I'm in favor of 1 or 2 years of mandatory military service just so you get out and explore the world. We change our mind. I was an aggressive driver as a young adult, as a teenager too. And one day I got very aggressive because somebody angered me, and my wife became very frightened by how I was driving. And she looked at me and said, "You're going to drive like this with your children in the car?" Knocked some sense into me. I learned how to drive in a safer manner, and I learned how to enjoy it. Now I go through a big city in the middle of rush hour, and I usually stay, depending on how many lanes, the right lane or next to the right lane. And I let people cut me off all the time. I don't get ulcers. I don't get all excited and upset. I don't raise my blood pressure. And you know what? I get there almost as fast as the people cutting me off. But I'm never right on somebody's tail. And tailgating really does bug me because I had an accident doing that. People, you can change your mind. It takes some self-discipline. You decide you don't want to eat wheat bread. Well, I got to tell you, there's wheat bread that's almost as bland as white bread. You can learn. Go slow. You don't want to drink anything but whole milk. I mean, I used to drink raw milk on the farm. I learned to drink 2% when my wife mixed whole milk and 2%, got it down. I knew it was changing, but I set it in my mind that I would drink 2% and enjoy it. You say, I can't study the Bible. You can. Remind yourself every day of how much God loves you, and that this is God Himself speaking to you through His Word. Search it and find out what He has to say. You can change your mind. You can change your mind. Because God loves you, and He gives you that right. But you have to work at it, even though He loves you. Bye.